After breezing through World 4, there is not much left for us to do in this world besides 4K and the boss, so let's just start with Jagged Jewels, the next major challenge that awaits us in this game. And probably the final one, oh no, actually the first one for me that might be a bit hard in comparison to the previous ones, especially without... Okay, I completely forgot that you actually get Diddy in this level, I'm not gonna lie. So that might make it at least a little bit more comfortable. But we already see the mechanic that is going to be spent working with in this level. I was gonna say one of these has to house a puzzle piece, and I was right. But it's kind of weird with these wind updrafts that you just have floating platforms here. Ouch. What even are those things supposed to be? I never really understood that. Another one on the side? Okay. Like in the vase of some kind? Sure. Let's just try to tread carefully from now on, because we're getting into very difficult territory now. Oh. Well, this one shouldn't be too bad. Oh yeah, but this is gonna take a bit. I like the premise of this level though. It's just really tight in a lot of places, and I just lost Diddy for the dumbest reason possible. And I'm almost dead. And I'm dead. Sure. That was kind of awkward. And a really dumb way to die, honestly. I think in general, all the hearts I lost were just really... Yeah, because of really dumb causes. But at least I should be able to breeze through most of this now. Unless I lose Diddy immediately afterwards. And... maybe I should just stop talking. Maybe that would be better to focus myself, or let myself focus on this level more. I guess we're getting to the point where once I die once, it's gonna get much worse, because I'm just gonna try to breathe, or not even breathe, speed through the level as much as I can. Completely disregarding any sort of dangers that await. If that makes sense. But I love the little faces that are on these sort of spiky columns there. Because it gives it a little bit of extra design at least. But I should actually try to not rely on Diddy too much, especially in these K levels, just so I know what I'm prepared for when it comes to mirror mode. I guess for now it's still fine if I rely on him at least a little bit. I think we're getting close to the end now. I think this was the spot where I died the first time. I already forgot. But yeah, it seems likely. That was kind of dumb. I'm missing a puzzle piece. Oh. That was close. Thought I had to restart the level entirely, but fortunately not. Okay, 3 deaths is kind of acceptable, I have to say. Let's leave it at that. And I guess let's also leave the cave world behind. With 4B, the mold train. Guess it makes sense that we actually fight against the molds one last time before we depart from the mines. Let's see. Might as well blow out the torch even though there's nothing of value. We have a banjo this time. Oh, we just bored the one minecart that seems to be disconnected from the rest. Sure. I know you can probably just like skip this entire thing by just rolling over to the other side, but I'm just gonna decide against that and just do it the intended way. Also collect the heart on the side here. And we're disconnected. Let's just do it now. What do you mean I didn't get a life from that? I hit more than 8 enemies at once. What a joke. Ouch. Could I actually hit the moa with the bomb? I think it's too far away for it to work, but maybe. And there goes Diddy. Screw you. Bro. I'm on my last nerve, bro, with this. Holy. How am I still alive? Don't even want to know how this would go in mirror mode, honestly. But I don't like where this is going. I did not mean to press right on that. I genuinely did not mean to do that. Well, I guess we can just skip the cutscene now then. Not much to really worry about here. It's not going to be different the second time. I guess for the first two phases I could like roll over once we get onto the rampart. I can even do it without Diddy. I was not aware of that. At least in this part. Not sure how well it would work on the flat areas. This should do it. Yeah, I really need Diddy for the second part. Or, well, for the flat areas. Yikes, I thought I could go for a full chain, but unfortunately not. That was much more comfortable. Let's just do this full phase again. Because that's where I died last time anyway. Let's just center myself a little bit more. That might do it. Ouch. What do you mean that doesn't kill it, bro? I like the crystals that glow in the background though. It gives it a nice atmosphere. Oh, it seems like we're at the end now. Oh, it was really just 4 hits. That's kind of weird. But I guess we had to go through 3 different phases before that anyway. Uh-oh, bridge out. That is very close. Far too close, even. Okay, sure. Let's leave it at that. I guess I'm just not warmed up today. Even though I wasn't the previous episodes either. But I guess we're just gonna leave it at that for now with World 4. And move on to World 5. There it stops. Like how one of the mic just broke and flipped upside down like way in the back there. But let's continue with in the forest here with 5-1 Vine Valley. Once again, starting off with yet another alliteration. And the next wall transition. That's a lot of small crystals though, that's what I can say. Let's see what awaits us on the surface. Yikes. Here we are in the forest of Donkey Kong Country Returns. With sort of wooden plants in the background there. Not sure what those are supposed to represent. I guess just the eating plants here in the foreground. Most likely. We have yet another remix from the original Donkey Kong Country game. And a bonus right here at the start. Sure, 18.9, I'll take that. Anything down here that I might have missed? Doesn't seem like it, okay. Oh, but that's where we come out. I was wondering what that platform there was for. Guess it was the exit for the bonus. Nothing of value in here, then let's just continue. I really like the forest aesthetic this game has, though. It really gives you the feeling of being in a very dense forest. Let's just try to be more careful here. I feel like I need all these bananas for something. Or not. That was close. Is this one like biting up in different intervals? Yeah, okay, it takes longer. Jesus, I cannot speak. Oh, but that barrel is suspicious. Oh. Oh, that explains a lot. Where is the vine? There it is. Still nothing as a reward. Okay, but one thing I find really sad is I think this is the only instance where you see this sort of pumpkin here. The rockets squashed inside. No pun intended. Now we have these little chompers here. Which I guess are also going to make this part a bit interesting. Oh, I thought there was going to be something up here. Unfortunately not. Sure. Don't know how that ended up with me being eaten by one of those. Just going in from the top. Not gonna accept that. Looks really weird though, with these vines just sticking out of them and then just like swallowing all of it. Well, proceeding to swallow all of it. This feels suspicious again. I was right. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. There we go. And just in general, I really like the aesthetic these trees seem to have. That was close. Yeah, this is gonna be fun without Diddy. I feel like I'm gonna need this barrel. Or not. I'm just not sure how many puzzle pieces we're up to. This feels kind of concerning. 5 out of 7. Yeah, that's really concerning. Because we're right at the end as well. Although I feel like this has something for me, doesn't it? Or not? No! Okay, there's one at least. But it doesn't make the situation any better, unfortunately. Looks like I'm gonna have to go through this level again then. Let's see where it is. Oh, I think I see it. Oh, that vine is so well hidden. And it's for a bonus. Bruh. How did I miss that? I mean, I guess this one was like very well hidden in the end. Let's just try to speed through this bonus as much as I can. There we go. And then just continue onward with that. Okay, but looking at this, it kind of makes me realize that there is hardly any detail in the foreground. It's all jammed into the background. And I guess that also explains why there isn't hardly any, or why there is hardly any sort of solid foreground element you can really stand on. Because I think all the performance is going into the background at this point, and I think a bit more would have probably killed the Wii at this point. Whatever. Let's continue with 5-2, Clingy Swingy. A sort of rhyming name. Instead of an alliteration for once. Though I think we've had a few of those instances as well. Let's see what awaits us in here. We're back to World 1 apparently in terms of music at least, which I guess makes sense because King of Kling was the level we've heard this track in the first time, which was also sort of related to climbing. Why are these things here? This feels really suspicious, but I don't think there's anything up there. It seems really hard to reach anyway, so I guess I'm just gonna leave that behind. Let's see what else there is here. Some weird snakes, apparently. Which I guess justifies the snake rattling in the music here. That's interesting how just Donkey Kong jumping onto that makes the entire thing swing so severely. Nothing up here, it seems like. Then we can just continue. Even the bats are back, which is weird. Oh, but I see where we have to go from here. That just worked out barely. I think I saw something down there. Yes. No? Oh, that's just like a little backup for some reason. Why are all the bats here? Oh, I guess there were... No? Thought they were going to be supposed to be here, but apparently not. What about... Oh. That will do. for a bonus, most likely. Yes, indeed. Come on, give me those bananas. Thank you for that. Can I also kill these plants? I can, okay. Good to know, I suppose. Ouch. Guess I could have also reached it from there, most likely. Well, let's just see what's in this plant here. A puzzle piece. I love how we're just like swinging people's homes around all the time right now. Definitely feels kind of violating in a way. What do you mean I lost Diddy and there wasn't even a puzzle piece in there as a reward for that? That was a scam. I guess the houses were also attached to ropes, which makes this a little bit more bearable for them, I suppose. We just got the O, didn't we? Yeah. And there's 5 puzzle pieces only? That seems really weird. Considering how far we are into the level and how few letters we've had, feels weird that there's just 5 puzzle pieces in here. I guess they're just really spread out throughout this entire level. I knew it. There's even the end down there. Bruh. That one was just way too obvious for there to not be something up there. Well, let's see what awaits us here. More snakes, apparently. It's kind of unintuitive that I go in the opposite direction of them. Let's just kill you. No puzzle piece, surprisingly. Oh, but I see something I could try to get. The question is if I can just roll over there with a lot of speed. I mean, with Diddy it works, but I think otherwise I would have to use the snake for that. Which means I only have one shot at it. I'm still missing... Oh, never mind. That one is like on the free side of things. Which means we can leave this level behind without any worries. Which I'll happily accept. Oh, but I love how the vines are... Or the fern. It's actually fern. It's just swinging around there. Nifty little detail. Which adds a little bit of extra physics to this game. Which I'm really happy about. And I'm also happy that we managed to get all the Kong letters first try. Which means I should still have some time to squeeze in one more level, so I might as well do that. Especially because I lost a bit of time by having to revisit 5-1. But let's continue with 5-3, Flutter, Fly Away. I think looking back, even in German, a lot of the names were alliterations, or at least tried to mimic the original concept of names, and I guess also, like, tried to match the same amount of, or the same letters as well, while still keeping the same context in a way. I think it worked surprisingly well in a lot of cases. That didn't. But why are there spiders now? That was definitely a dangerous jump for me. And it's kind of sad that there wasn't anything up there, but it's interesting to see these little... Well, I wouldn't even say little, because some of them are kind of big enemies being sort of misused for this kind of purpose. But I feel like some of them at least were willing to devote their life to that, and this seems suspicious. And we get nothing in return, really. Except a blooming vine. And a lot of sun rays coming throughout this entire forest. Rather shining between the leaves, I guess you could say. And a really massive spider plague, actually. Still no puzzle piece from one of these. But it'll probably happen eventually. This seems suspicious. Oh, there is the puzzle piece. Not quite what I was expecting, though. I'm definitely gonna go to the left one again, just because the thing is here. The flower. Is it even... It seems more like a mushroom, actually, not a flower. Whatever. I'm not one who specifies in that sort of research field. Let's just try to get this puzzle piece without any worries. And the end. Sure. Oh, but it's nice that the vines in the background are sort of indicating where these guys are flying. Makes tracing their paths at least a little bit more comfortable. And that's the fourth puzzle piece already. I mean, I can't really say already, we already have the end. Oh. Yeah, this seems suspicious. But this will do. Oh sure, let's just cut down a tree like that. Like that little detail. Ouch. That was a mistake! No! That was a really stupid mistake on my end. All because I thought there would be something to that, but apparently not. And I looked at the vines instead of the spider. Oh, but that actually feels kind of suspicious up there. But it doesn't seem like there is anything up there. It kind of does, though. Let me go back, I was about to say. That didn't work. Okay, I was wrong about that place. What about up there, though? Bro. Looks like I was wrong again. Sure. I just wasted 3 lives for nothing then. Guess that's the downside to exploration. That you just lose a lot of lives in return. Thanks for the coin, I suppose. But like every spot here seems like it could house something. Oh. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined with that. Okay, I'm kind of surprised I'm not even getting hit by these enemies. I'm just trolling at this point. At least I get another shot at the puzzle piece, even though I feel like the spider would have respawned by now. That was really awkward. Let's jump on the first one first. That was better. Still missing one. Let's not do that. Okay, it's interesting to see how these vines are actually tangling around, because they do make a sort of H shape in the end. But I like the aesthetic they're going with here. I guess just the trees in general, because they also have like these sort of swirly branches coming out of them. Definitely something you wouldn't see anywhere else, really. Oh, don't tell me I have to go through this level again. I definitely missed something at the start then. Because it's definitely not here. Oh, bruh. Well, so much for being comfortable with this level. Let me see if I can find it then end the episode with a bit of an overstretch. And I missed the G as well! Bruh. Oh my god. What do you mean I skipped the G? Well, I guess I'll see you on the other side then. What? There is no way it's down here. There is... How are you supposed to spot that? The only thing you really have as an indicator is this vine, and I was not very trustworthy of that. Why is it down here? Oh no, and it's this bonus. Bro, why is it down here? Like the worst spot possible. Like, the only thing you have going for it is this stupid vine, nothing else. You can't even see this mushroom from down there, or from up here, actually. The camera is deliberately not scrolling past that. It's really just that vine you have going for it. That's so dumb. It really took me like 4 tries to stumble upon it on accident. But at least I got the G in the second attempt, so you don't have to worry about that. But man, bro, 4 attempts or like 4 completions of this level were necessary for that? That's just insane, bro. Well, at least I'm done with this, but it still feels annoying that I had to go through it 4 times. That's definitely the worst result out of all of them so far, but at least we managed to get it in the end without any major issues. Besides a long playtime. Whatever. I guess we're gonna leave it at that and continue with... Yeah, okay, that is 5-4 in the next episode. And then see how much else we can complete of World 5. Until next time, see ya!